We've got the top 10 fantasy baseball ads for this week coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sports fans. Welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. This is week 24, and we got your top 10 ads for the week. If you like this type of content, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever we drop an episode. We'll jump right in here to number 10. We have Noelvi Marte of the Reds, batting 8th in the lineup here. 4 runs scored last week and a homer, 3 runs batted in and a stolen base, 333 average. Now, you may have thought that the Reds' rookie gravy train would have gone dry with when the organization called up Christian Encarnacion Strand. Well, think again. Enter Noelvi Marte, MLB Pipeline's number 23 overall prospect, and another 55 grade 5-tool prospect in the Reds system. I wouldn't worry about the concussion scare on Saturday. Marte will be ready to resume his everyday role when the Reds play on Tuesday night. Up next, at number 9, we got Ryan PEPIOT. 48% owned, 7 innings pitched over the last week, 1 win, 3 strikeouts, no ERA, .14 whip. PEPIOT looks like a different pitcher than what we saw last year. He's cut down his walk rate tremendously. He had 27 walks and 36.1 innings pitched last year, and he's only had 2 in 21 innings pitched in 2023. Now, things can, of course, go south quick with inexperienced pitchers. Look at Andrew Abbott's struggles of late. But it's hard to ignore the 0.52 whip that PEPIOT has posted so far this season. To number 8 we go. We have Jake Berger, 48% owned, batting 3rd in the lineup in Miami. Last week he had 3 runs scored on a homer, 2 runs batted in, and a .250 average. Now, it's not every day that you say that Miami has some serious power hitters in their lineup, but this season has blessed the Marlins with not 1, but 2 30-homer bats. Jorge Soler, of course, and then Jake Berger. Now, with Soler out of the lineup with injury, that's going to slot Berger in a great run-producing spot for Miami here going forward. Let's go to number 7. We got Nolan Gorman, 60% owned, batting 3rd in the lineup in St. Louis. Over the last week, he's got 7 runs with 3 homers, 8 runs batted in, and a stolen base with a .333 average. Gorman has been strikeout prone for over a month now, but he seems to have found recent success putting the ball over the fence and hitting for production. Gorman's hits in the 3-hole against righties, and he's sandwiched between Goldschmidt and Arenado traditionally, and that's a really good spot for Gorman and for fantasy managers alike. Let's go to number 6. We have Tanner Scott, 58% owned. Over the last week, he's posted 3 innings and 3 saves, 4 strikeouts, no ERA, .67 whip. For a top 10 closer to be available is mind-boggling. At this point of the season, Scott has great strikeout numbers with borderline elite ratios and will be counted on to close out games for a Miami team that is still in the postseason hunt. Now, there's no reason for Scott to be sitting on any league's waiver wire at this point. To number 5 we go. We have Kyle Wright, 59% owned. He's currently injured, but he's scheduled for a return this coming week. Atlanta's 21-game winner from last year is gearing up for a return. He is in a prime spot on a championship caliber team, and he's going to be given opportunities to secure a couple of wins before the season ends. Wright tossed 50 pitches in 3 2/3 innings in his last start, and he recorded 7 strikeouts, so he may be on a pitch count when he returns, but even at that, he's certainly worth a pickup in every league. Let's go to number 4. We have Spencer Torkelson, 61% owned, batting 3rd in the lineup in Detroit. Last week, he had 4 runs scored with 3 homers, 5 runs batted in, and a .273 average. Torkelson is showcasing the hit tools in the majors that made him the number 1 pick in the 2020 draft. He's now up to 27 homers this year after hitting 11 homers in the last 34 games. He's also hitting for a respectable average, batting .278 over the last month. Now look for Torkelson to finish the season strong and be one of the top 10 first basemen chosen in next year's draft. To number 3, we have Nolan Jones, 54% owned, batting 5th in the lineup in Colorado. Last week, he posted 3 runs with a homer, 6 runs batted in, and 4 stolen bases with a .261 average. Jones is an electrifying outfielder who has earned a sizable role in the Colorado offense. He carries all the hit tools that you need, plus he's running wild on the bases currently. Jones can be an X factor on a championship fantasy squad, and he's certainly worth a spot on any roster. To number 2, we have Mitch Garver, 45% owned, batting 4th in the lineup in Texas. Last week, he had 4 runs scored with 3 homers, 6 runs batted in, and a .500 average. Now, special shout-out goes to Motivation Academy 6 for suggesting Garver last week. He was deserving then, and he's even more so now as the team's primary DH. Add to that, Garver has been hitting cleanup in recent days, and he should get starts in at least 2/3 of the remaining games, which works out real well when he's slotted in at the catcher position on your fantasy squad. And last but not least, at number 1, we have JASSON Dominguez, 53% owned, batting 3rd in the lineup in New York. Last week, he had 4 runs scored, 3 homers, 5 runs batted in, and a stolen base with a .273 average. His first swing in the majors, the Martian deposits a pitch from future Hall of Famer Justin Verlander in a hostile environment in Houston. His second home game, his first homer at Yankee Stadium. In total, the first 8 games of Dominguez's career couldn't have gone any better. He's now hitting in the 3 spot in the Yankees order, and he's registered 4 homers and a stolen bag. The 20-year-old has an elite eye at the plate, walking 83 times in 118 games in the minors, plus he's swiped 40 bags in the minors as well this year. I would get Dominguez now and prepare to overpay if you want to get his services in 2024. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on this video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We are going to sign off for now, but we are going to catch you guys on our next episode.